Hello and welcome to Walk the Talk. I am Shekhar Gupta and I am standing in the atrium of Delhi's greenest building by far, Indira Pariyavaran Bhavan. My guest today is actually also my host, Prakash Javadekar, Environment Minister.
So welcome Shekhar here in the greenest building which was closed, which I opened and which we have started now showcasing to the students, school students, to give them training, lessons in environment. Also, I will now be opening it for foreign tourists. Every day, 1 or 2 hours will be kept so that the whole building they can see.
But I have to say something.
Yeah.
I don't know about environmental engineering or architecture, but this is perhaps the only place in North India where at this point, which is noon time in summer, where it's 45, 46 degrees outside, we can be standing in the breeze and drinking tea.
I think this is the unique design of this building which is really environmental. This is how we can create buildings. This doesn't cost much.
And I believe you create more power here from your solar cells
we
than
use
you consume.
Half the energy which these kind of buildings would have used otherwise in a business as usual scenario, and we are producing more by solar, more energy than what we consume. So it's a net energy positive building, and we also give positive energy from here.
Right.
That's
but you know, you will give credit for some of this to one of your predecessors also.
No, why not?
Ramesh.
Yes, I always see. I have never in 1 year's time I have done tutu mai. I have not done anything to disrepute somebody, but actually I acknowledge always. Aisa nahi hota. That doesn't. It is not the case that everything was bad.
Right.
Major things were bad, which we have corrected. But there are some good things which have happened, so we carry further whatever good has happened, and we, because Narendra Modi also acknowledged publicly from the Red Fort rampart, कि I salute to all the prime ministers. Everybody has done some good work, so we'll take that good work forward and we'll change whatever was bad.
And I believe you and Jairam also conspired to move in quickly into this building before it started to rot.
No, but because otherwise in normal bureaucratic process this would have taken a year. But I said that after assuming charge that within 15 days I want to move here, and therefore started working.
I believe you and he met.
No, but we meet, I meet many people.
And he also said ke jaldi jao.
I tell you, fortunately my own political culture and the way we have been brought up in party is that we have different opinions, but we are not enemies.
We are on the same side.
We are on the same side if somebody wants to develop the country, and therefore all should cooperate in a nation building process.
So do you see yourself as a minister for development or a minister for protecting environment?
It is, the environment and development is not against each other. First,
it is not contradictory.
It is absolutely not contradictory. My mandate is, these are the 5 elements: fire, earth, akash, vayu, jal, prithvi, agni. So all these to be kept intact.
Agni, jal, akash, and vayu.
So all these 5 elements by which
that's how you
these are how the names are given.
Right.
And therefore what we are doing is to protect these elements and to keep fine balance amongst these. And that is what is our mandate. And to that end, environment is my priority. But at the same time, environment is not an impediment or against the development. So development with environment protection. In one hand, we have development agenda. On the other hand, we have environment protection agenda. And so we'll do both.
So having come into this ministry, did you feel that in the past, this principle was not followed, that these were seen as contradictory?
Unfortunately, yes. Because you cannot take so much time in taking decisions. You have to take decisions. So what we started is, first we started online application process. Therefore the office usual game is over. And what has happened?
What in Delhi bureaucracy is called putting the file in orbit.
So that doesn't go, because here the project proponent can track his file.
Right.
This is the new innovation, where he can track his file and see where the file is lying for how many days, and that's what is important. So that is first empowering. Second, we took policy decisions. For defense projects, we took a policy decision. For each sector,
So what was the policy decision for defense projects?
Defense projects were pending, hundreds of projects, border roads, everything. So what we decided, because I was member of the Defense Parliamentary Standing Committee, so I had experience. So first my job was, I asked in 48 hours, give me what are the status of the pending projects. And immediately I gave themselves the list of pending projects. And therefore, we started working with that. We took that if country is protected, only then environment can be protected effectively. Otherwise, in Iraq or in Yemen or in Syria, you don't preserve nature. It's all destruction.
Right.
So you can protect only if you are
Forget
protected.
nature, you can't even protect archaeology.
Archaeology.
Right.
So that is the fact. So we now gave general approval. But general approval doesn't mean that destruction of environment. No. They will have to follow all standard nature protection norms, but environmental norms, but their files won't come here, the delays won't be there, it will be at the local level, and they are happy. So, on industry, there was 16 months delay was, 12 to 16 months delay was getting for just getting the TOR, terms of reference. That is, a specific industry, what kind of environmental impact study they should carry. So to tell them, you will lose 1 year. What we have done is, we have standardized 39 TORs. And now that has been on the public domain. So anybody can come, within 1 month he gets it.
So would you say that in the past, it had become ministry for activists?
It was a speed breaker ministry, it was a roadblock ministry. What we have done is facilitated ministry, and it was closed ministry. I have opened the gates. Now it's public participation ministry.
But it was,
it's
but
ministry
it was
with
open
policy
to
decision.
Open to activists.
Oh yeah, it was open to some people. Activists there are many good activists. We cannot just, activist is not a bad word. If there are many good activists who think in a balanced way, we have to think with sense of proportion, in a context and with perspective. If we do this, you are a good activist.
So have you banished bad activists and brought in good activists?
No, I don't banish. I bring in good people in. That's all.
So, so who are the good activists you brought in?
Many things. Just 15 days ago, we had a conference of 250 NGOs who are really working hard with the tribals, with people, by spreading in forest, in spreading nature, engaged in air pollution and other activities. They are into people, but they were never recognized here. We want to bring them.
Are there good NGOs and bad NGOs?
I don't categorize like good NGOs and bad NGOs. I say that there are certain people who have some agenda. I take cooperation of all, and we take cooperation of all. It is not about party. I take cooperation
Does
of
Greenpeace have an agenda?
No, Greenpeace has not given us any proposal here. That issue is being tackled by the Home Ministry, not from our ministry.
No, but a lot of their activism was in the area of environment.
No, but wherever they have given their opinions, even they came and met me.
Right.
So they met me, I listen to all those who meet me and give their suggestions. We give due consideration.
But is their agenda generally positive and constructive or not? What is your view as Environment Minister? Forget the Home Ministry.
See, there are
Home Ministry is going
that's
a technicality of.
So I'm not actually giving one individual case what is my opinion, because I think that's an unnecessary controversy.
No, Greenpeace
and
is the most prominent in the world.
No, that is not real. That is not real. That I can say. This is also sometimes we get carried away by the publicity because somebody is being foreign funded or some being tom-tomming. That's not the case. On ground, there are many other organizations who are doing really laudable job, and we are taking help of everybody.
Because stopping their person from traveling overseas got your government very bad publicity.
No, but that is not that is not my ministry's thing. And for security reasons, if somebody, Home Ministry takes some measures, they should be done. Actually, more information will flow to the people, I think.
But what's the point of stopping somebody in these times of Skype,
when you can
WhatsApp,
you can
everything?
WhatsApp, we can use video conference.
Right.
So that's a different thing. But I will not like to comment on these things, because our main mandate is to clean the air, clean energy, clean air, clean water, clean environment, and more green.
Prakash, if I may interrupt you,
Yeah.
we had acquired the image, or we have acquired the image on climate change, on WTO, on many
Yeah.
of these global negotiations as not just a naysayer, but what I call as the abominable no man.
Yes.
हर चीज को हम मना करते हैं. We view everything with
We
suspicion.
used to earlier.
But are you changing that?
Yes, I changed. How it happened? Once French foreign minister called us for dinner, and we were discussing. There I got to know that there was appointed a committee. All nations voted for appointment of that committee. It was about agriculture something, and only India vehemently opposed it. And then, when the report came, India was the first to welcome it. I really said, I will never get isolated.
Right.
And I don't think isolation is a grand thing. So, we will be very much part of the
Well,
process.
isolation makes sexy headlines at home.
But sexy headlines doesn't give you the right kind of development and environment protection.
Because
You end up with nothing.
Prakash, there's something which is my bugbear, you know that.
Yeah.
Which is research in GM foods and seeds.
Yeah.
How long can India, with such challenges for agriculture, feeding this 17% of the world's population in 2% of the world's land, how long can India be fundamentalist about
Prime
this?
Minister is very clear, we have to produce per drop more crop is our
Per
thing.
drop more crop,
And,
yes.
Per drop more crop. And for that, science you cannot stop. I can't go back to Galileo times.
Exactly.
So we will go ahead. Trials will have to be safe.
Right.
So there will be safe trials, but unless you trial, because it's a 8 years process.
Right.
After that,
You have to
only
start
you can
it somewhere,
convert it.
yes.
So we have already allowed, and we will allow if they are really safe trials. And today, what we have done is basically agriculture university fields which are isolated. So there only
Because,
it has maintained.
because I noticed that over the past 10-15 years, our agricultural scientists had become really demoralized.
Absolutely. But they were so in nuclear also.
Yes.
Atalji allowed them there in every field. Now we are using science and technology for environment protection. You were asking, telling me that now a tree was cut in your colony. And
In my home.
In my home.
Yes.
And they have...
And they've charged me 65,000 rupees as fees for planting 30 more trees or 40 more trees.
Yeah.
So I intend to go and check.
But now we are now coming with a technology where every new tree planted will have its IP address like coordinate address. So that geographical address will be there for each tree, and we can monitor through Google Earth and satellite maps that whether the plantation has matured, first year, second year, third year, fourth year. So nobody can fudge with us.